Good morning, students. In previous lecture, we were study about the process of spermatogenesis. Now, students, in this video lecture, we are going to discuss about the structure of sperm. So, students, what is sperm? As we very well know that sperm is the male gamete which is produced by the process of spermatogenesis. Its formation takes about 74 to 75 days. Yes, students, it takes very long duration of time. Which is about 74 to 75 days and remain alive up to 4 months. Yes, students, the sperm remains alive up to 4 months inside the genital tract. It means from seminiferous tubules up to the seminal vesicle. So, students, you have to clear that sperm are produced in about 74 to 75 days and it remains alive inside the genital tract about 3 to 4 months. But students, after ejaculation, with the semen into the vagina, its life can decrease and remain alive about 24 to 48 hours. It means only 1 to 2 days. If the process of fertilization not take place, then the sperm goes dead. So, and students, in each ejaculation, it means about each ejaculation measuring about 3 to 5 ml of semen, and each ejaculation, it means 3 to 5 ml of semen contains about 200 to 300 million of sperm. How much sperm? About 200 to 300 million of sperm. And I was told you that if the count of the sperm get decreased below 20 lakhs and are more below 20 lakhs, then the person will suffer from, or you can say that leads to the disorder that is called sterility or oligospermia. So, students, that is in medical term called oligospermia. Now, students, we are going to describe the structure of the sperm. Each of the sperm is about 60 millimeter long. How much? About 60 mm. It means less than 1 centimeter. And due to more transparent in structure, we can not visualize under the naked eye, but can visualize under the microscope. So, each sperm is resonated into following 3 parts. The topmost part, that is just like bullet shape, called head. The second one is the neck, or also called middle piece, and the last one is the fibular part, that is flagellated. This is called tail of the sperm. So, students, the head part of the sperm is somewhat bullet shaped or conical, and its anteriormost part is consist of, or you can say that contain important structure that is called acrosome. Students, you all of you in previous classes study about acrosome. These are formed by the vesicles of Golgi body. Yes, students, Golgi body vesicles are helps in the formation of acrosome of sperm. What is the function or importance to present the acrosome at the anterior part of the sperm? Students, an important hormone, enzyme, not hormone, enzyme, that is urinase. Urinase is present in acrosome. So this enzyme provides them lytic condition. Yes, students, this is also called lysine enzyme. What? Lysine enzyme or Golgi lysine is present in acrosome. Then what is the importance of this enzyme? Students, when the semen is released inside the vagina, then the acrosome helps in penetrating the outer membrane of the ova of the female gamete. Yes, students, this get disintegrate its membrane or unit membrane and helps in penetration of the ovum of the female gamete. Just like that, you can see here. This is the human male and this is the ova or egg of the females. And acrosome is present here that helps in penetrating the egg cell or ova of the female. So, acrosome has very important function to presence in the head part of the male gamete or sperm. Now, students, the sperm also contains a large cell, highly integrated type of nucleus that is the control center of the whole sperm body and containing the half number of chromosomes, or you can say that haploid sets of chromosomes. The nucleus is haploid, it means containing only young chromosomes. That is the unique characteristics of the gamete cell, or you can say that the germ cell. Next to the head, the another part is the middle piece called neck. What is the function of neck and what kind of cell organelles or structures it bears? So students, the neck part lies posterior to the head and having a zigzag shape, as you all of you clearly visualize in this structure. This is the zigzag shaped structure, that is the mitochondria of the sperm. It is enlarged and highly potential structure of the sperm because it helps in production of more and more ATPs, so that the sperm of the male has unique function of mobility. Yes, students, the unique function of mobility in human gamete or male gamete is due to the presence of this enlarged zigzag shaped or spiral shaped mitochondria, because it provides more and more energy, and there are the axial fibers that proximal to the ring centrioles that spread from proximal centriole to the ring centrioles at the interior of the mitochondria, They are responsible for the formation of haploid nucleus during the cell division and also serves the function to transfer the characters from one to another spermatic cells. Now students, the last one is the tail part, and what you observe in the tail part, it is just like flagellated structure and helps in the process of locomotion when the semen is ejaculated inside the vagina during the coitus or copulation. So this is the tail part of the human male sperm, and it helps in serves the function of mobility. Students, a sperm can move about 10 to 15 centimeter, or you can say that 12 to 15 centimeter distance in 24 to 48 hours, and after that time it gets fuses with the worm or egg cell for the process of fertilization. Thus students, the structure of the sperm is completed, and what are the hormones that helps in controlling the formation of the sperm cell, or you can say that the male gamete. Students, that is the LSH. Yes students, FSH and LH. These are the two hormones, luteinizing hormone, that helps in stimulation of the follicle stimulating cells or Leydig cells, and the next one is the LH or luteinizing hormone. Both comparatively helps in the secretion of the testosterone hormone that helps in the production of more and more number of sperms. Once again, I want to repeat, for ejaculation there are 200 to 300 million of sperms are ejaculated that are present inside the semen, whose volume is about 3 to 5 ml. So students, I hope you all of you clearly understand this topic, and we will meet in next topic with the process of oogenesis. Thanks students for joining today's